Good morning, everyone. It's Tess, and today is tip 126. And I know I'm running a little late, but today I thought I would talk about avoiding loneliness. I haven't been suffering from that myself, but I know other people are. And it made me, this weekend, I did a couple of errands with my parents, and I noticed everybody is out and about, and I almost feel like we have more people out in the world now than we had before COVID, but we've been all cooped up for so long that getting out is probably something that everybody wants to do. And I figured today I would talk a little bit about loneliness because it made me realize that it's probably, and we all know it's been difficult on a lot of people. So I found an article, Harvard Medical School was talking about loneliness and some of the consequences of it and what are some of the things that people can do to avoid it. And I do think it's like anything else in this journey, all parts come together to make our health and weight loss journey the best that it can be. You know, all areas of our life, whether we're feeling depressed or lonely, or whether we're having financial difficulties, or whether we're having relationship issues, all of them interact and create difficulties on this journey. So I thought I would share a little bit about what Harvard Medical is saying about loneliness, just in case people are struggling with it, and it might give them a chance to overcome that and continue to get stronger and happier every day so that we are getting the most out of our time here. And today it kind of talked about that loneliness affects more than a third of older Americans. And we know that there's a lot of talk now that the baby boomers are getting older, and that they are a predominant amount of our society. So that made me start thinking about, you know, like I see, and bless her heart, I see like one or two from like the senior villages around here that are walking every day, and it's such a great thing that they're doing. And it made me, you know, think about what are the signs we should watch for, and what are the things we can do. Good morning, Jane Ross. So good to see you, my friend. So it did kind of say that a third of older Americans do struggle with being lonely or isolated. And it says loneliness and isolation can have serious health consequences. And again, all parts of health relate to our weight losses, or whether we're gaining weight or getting too thin or not eating the right foods. I can even remember like thinking about, you know, sometimes they don't even eat like healthier foods. I can remember cases of they would be, some seniors that I've run into in my life would be eating old moldy foods because they just didn't feel that they were important enough to keep the current foods or the fresh foods. So I guess it just made me start to think about it. And what it did say is that research has shown that people who feel lonely or isolated are at increased risk for developing coronary artery disease, stroke, depression, high blood pressure, declining thinking skills, and an inability to perform daily tasks, and even an early death. So I thought that I wanted to address this and think about it because so many of us have been cooped up for so long, and many of us have not been able to visit with the senior members of our family. So maybe it's just a gentle reminder that as you're getting back out into the world, reach out to those people that you haven't been able to see in a while so that you can reconnect with them. Life gets really busy, and we all move so fast that we don't always see, or we don't always remember. And knowing that they may have a feeling of isolation or loneliness, we can do something to kind of improve it. And even if you can't get to them face to face yet, there's different ways you can connect meaningfully. You can do it by phone. We all know about like Facebook chats or video chats. You can talk to a neighbor. And I'm still keeping a distance because there's young girls really close by to me, but I love to talk to them and see them and keep telling them, because we exchange flowers, you know. As last year we couldn't because of COVID, but if I have flowers growing in my yard, I give them some flowers, they give me flowers. And it's just kind of a nice little thing. Or I know the one little girl was making friendship bracelets to give my mom and I, which I thought was so sweet, because those are the things that matter, you know, the heartwarming things. But find a way to connect. If you can't go in person, do a little chat, do an email, do a text, just a little thing, because a year of all of us being isolated may make us forget to reach out to those older Americans or our older family members that we haven't had the chance to connect with. Be thankful, because loneliness can tend to make people focus on themselves and their hardships. So always try to find that place, and this is part of our daily challenge with Doc V, is always looking for a place of gratitude and appreciation, because if you keep shifting your mind to gratitude and appreciation, it makes you feel better. It keeps you higher in energy and higher on the emotional scale. It can help pull you out of that place of negative despair and unhappiness to finding a reason to be happy. So being thankful is always a great tool. Focus on what you can change. It's almost a waste of energy, and it just pulls you down if you focus on the things that you have absolutely no control over. What can you control? Can you get out and go for a walk? Can you maybe go to a nature preserve and see Mother Nature? Because for some of us, that is warming, and I like that. For some, they don't like it. So find out what it is that would make you comfortable. Is it maybe, is there a little class that you can go to that you're comfortable going to now that's outdoors? You know, maybe there is getting together with somebody, picking up a lunch and eating it outside in the nice, beautiful weather that we've gotten right now. Maybe there's taking a walking while the sun is rising or the sun is setting, and see if you can catch some beautiful colors, listening to some music, doing some gardening. There's so many things we can do, and it can help you to be grateful and to be thankful, and it can help you to connect and find a way to overcome loneliness and sadness. This is a good one, and we've always heard, like it says, remove negativity with a smile. And I know everybody does all kinds of studies on it. There's less muscle. It takes less muscles to smile than to frown, but it just feels good. It feels good to smile, and it feels good. I find it feels good when you make somebody happy. You know, like I always seek when I'm dealing with people in stores is to try to make them smile or to say thank you, because this past year has been an unusual one, and saying thank you is just a little thing that will make you feel better, because it's an appreciation and it makes you feel positive, and then it makes that person receiving it feel positive too. Again, being kind, patient, and understanding, that keeps you higher in where your energy is and higher in how you're feeling, and it shares that with someone else. You know, even a little joke. My mom has a tendency, and it's kind of cute, and I always laugh, but like she did it yesterday too. She always says to like the sales clerks, "Thank you for my Social Security." And I mean, it's cute, and they laugh, and I laugh, and it's just kind of a funny thing. But can you make somebody smile? Do something to make somebody smile. So being kind and understanding these days is probably real important, because we've all probably had moments of depression or sadness. So if we can just take a little giggle and make a laugh. My grandmother was really good at that. Actually, both of them were really good at that. So just take a moment and make somebody smile. Do something silly, because silly is fun. Then develop a routine that provides balance and familiarity. My words sometimes aren't coming out good lately. And I'm going to say I've been working on that a lot this past year, and I think that was to keep me in a routine when life didn't have a normal routine. And it is something I'm going to continue with going forward. I have the same, what Robin Sharma calls the victory hour, every morning when I start my day, and I start my day with the same routine tasks, you know, like getting up, making the bed, meditating. I have a pre-paving, which is a Har Mahun Unlimited, where I have a certain set of statements I say every morning just to get my day started. I'll do some movements like push-ups and knee lifts just to kind of get my blood circulating through my muscles to get going. And then I sit down and I read or study for about 20 minutes, just so that I feel like as I'm starting the day, I start it crisp, I start it fresh, and I start it with successes under my belt. So that might be something to think about. But as this world is opening, try to find ways. What are ways that if you are battling loneliness or depression, that you can overcome it, which is maybe getting outside, listening to music, gardening, visiting with a neighbor, or if you have senior members in your family. I know it's exciting to get back out there, but try not to forget to kind of spend a few minutes with them, because it's probably been a very long time for them to have life as normal. So if we can reach out to them, it would be really, really a great day. I really like the one for ending the day. Yeah, Jane, because Jane is actually involved with Unlimited now. And this pre-paving is just, and again, this is the Harmahoon Unlimited. And she has a journal and Unlimited is a 40-day journal. And in this journal, she gives us tasks to do for kind of organizing and setting up our days. And I would say the number one thing in this journal is what she calls pre-paving. And pre-paving is where I keep an index card, and she has like recommended things to say. And every day when I get up, I say those statements. And what it helped me with is my monkey brain. It helped me to tell the monkey brain to go play somewhere else, and it told me how I want my day to unfold. And it's allowed me to have happier days and happier sleep patterns, because before I go to bed, I have a card with certain statements I say to let the little monkey up there know what my intent is for my sleep, because it allows me a chance to sleep peacefully, because that's kind of the intent of the pre-paving, is to tell your body you want to sleep peacefully. And I think another tool that a lot of us have heard too is have a journal somewhere, not that you're going to focus on it all day, but just even where you can jot notes down. And if there's something that keeps popping up in your mind, just jot it down on there, because then you won't forget about it and you can get back focused into what's there. Because sometimes our mind is like an unruly child. It will keep popping that thought in your mind until it feels that you've somehow gotten it down somewhere so that you can address it when the time is right. So I think that, using just having a little journal you can buy at the dollar store and write notes of things that keep popping up and interrupting you so you can address them at some point. And then also addressing that little monkey by setting your intentions before you go to bed, that you want to sleep restful, peaceful, and wake up feeling energized, and to start the day that you want to be appreciative, thankful, and end the day feeling happy and satisfied. So using any of these tools, I know we've gotten a couple different topics in here today, but what you do want to do is, as you're improving your life and making your life better, who in your family might need just a few minutes of your time to welcome them back out into the world, and welcome them to a spring or a fall, or just a chance to touch base and communicate. Because some people may be struggling with loneliness or sadness, and all it takes sometimes is just a phone call. Your phone call may make a world of difference, or your walk with them watching the sunrise or the sunset. It may change their life in ways that you never know. And that is always heartwarming. You don't even have to know it, but you can feel it. The energy is there and you can feel it. So take a moment today to be positive, say some positive statements, and be higher, because it'll make you feel higher in your energy, because you'll be in a place of hope and love and happiness. And then bring somebody along for the ride with you, that hand down to bring somebody up when they're ready. Because right now, a lot of things are changing and there may be uncertainty for people. And just that little act of kindness can make a world of difference for someone. So I want to wish you guys the very, very best of days. I want to thank you for being here for me. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day. And thanks, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.